In this video, I'm going to discuss how we use the Loft command. The Loft command can be very useful. There are a lot of shapes that only the Loft command can realistically create. Specifically, conic shapes you really can't create without the Loft command. Anything that looks kind of like a vase, an oval, an extrusion that's in the shape of an oval, you really do need the Loft command for. So let me first preview just the base level of how it works. So what the Loft command does is it will extrude between sketches that are on different planes. So again, if you haven't watched the video that I posted on changing the coordinate system, changing the UCS, this is going to be very confusing, so make sure you watch that first. So the Loft command will allow us to create an extrusion between sketches of different sizes. So let me get started by just drawing a basic circle. What am I doing? Radius of the circle. Let me just draw that again. I think I did something weird. Radius of the circle is going to be 5, so the diameter is 10. If I want to use the Loft command, I need to draw 2 sketches. So this is going to be my first sketch, and then I need to put one that's higher or alternatively lower than the circle I've drawn. So I'm going to create a new coordinate system, new UCS, and I'm going to start it at 0, 0, 15. So I've raised it 15 units, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, at 90 degrees, place my x-axis, place my y-axis. I've raised my grid up 10 units. Alternatively, I could have gone to new UCS and typed in 0, 0, 15, and then for my x-axis, 1, 0, 15, and for my y-axis, oop, I messed up. Let me try that again. New UCS, 0, 0, 15, and then this will be 1, 0, 0. Good. And then my y-axis will be 0, 1, 0. That should work. Okay. So you can, click or type the points on the x and y-axis. It doesn't matter. Once you've moved the origin up, everything will be with respect to that origin when you're entering those numbers. And now I can place another circle up top. I can start it at 0, 0, and the 0, 0 will be this new origin that I've created. And I can make it, let me make it a little bit bigger, so I'll set the radius to 8. Now, what I can do is I can loft these. Here's how. Let me go into conceptual first so we can see this. We click on loft, and then we select one circle. Don't hit enter yet. You select all of the sketches you want to use first before hitting enter. It'll show you a preview of what this looks like when it's lofted. You hit enter. We want to leave it as cross sections only. So if it says anything else, make sure it's selected cross sections only. And then you get this conic shape. It basically, connected the 2 sketches, and whatever shape that takes is the shape it takes. If I move this, you'll notice that it doesn't leave sketches behind like press pull does, which is nice. For some reason, it's nice in some ways, it's not nice in others. Now let's say I want to take it a step further. I want something like a vase shape. So I'm going to create another UCS, and I'm going to raise it another 15 units. Click here, click here, and I'll draw another circle. Start at 0, 0, and I'll make it the same as the one on the bottom, radius of 5. Now I can loft. If I click on 2 sketches, it'll show me a preview of 2. If I click on 3, it'll combine all 3, and I guess this isn't really a vase shape. It's more of like a pill shape. I don't know. But it'll create a sketch between all 3, and it'll round it around the middle one. And it doesn't, it's whatever whatever shape that is what it'll take. So if I edited this, let's say I'm going to click on the circle and make it a little smaller. So I select here, and I'm just going to make this circle a little smaller. Let me make it very small. Let me make it the smallest one, 2 inches. If I loft these three, then instead of going out and then back in, it's going to go in. Let me try that again. It's going to go in and back out. Notice that the shape on the bottom is going to change when I select the last sketch, because it's trying to create a smooth symmetrical path that goes through all three. And if you wanted to create a shape like this, really the only way to do it is using Loft. But let's say, for instance, the shape you want, let me try that again. The shape you want is you want 2 of these back to back. You don't want this shape that curves back. You want just 2 of this shape. Well, then you would do 2 separate lofts. So I'd select these 2, hit enter, and then I'd try to loft between these 2. But I start to have a problem because that sketch is gone. The sketch I had earlier is now gone. So I need to draw a circle on here to take its place. And I'm just going to verify everything's on the right plane, and it is because I had that face to work off of. And then I can loft between those 2. So that sketch isn't there. Try drawing that circle one more time. I can just move my UCS down, back down to here. Okay, now I can draw that circle. It's not being very cooperative. Here we go. There we go. Loft. Those 2. So you get a different shape. It's going to be, like 2 separate lofts have happened. So it's really up to you what you're trying to do. If you're trying to get that smooth shape, like we have here, then you would select all 3. But you're always, whenever you have more than 2 sketches, you're always going to get some sort of curve in your loft, 100%. I don't think there's a single scenario where you wouldn't have a curve if you select 3 different sketches. I guess if the 3 sketches are all the same sketch, like if you had 3 identical circles, you would just get a cylinder. That's the only situation where you wouldn't kind of have a curve along the height. Anyway, that is the Loft command. It's very useful. A lot of the time when people say, I don't know how to do this, Mr. Lay, I don't know how to create this 3D piece, it's generally you use the Loft command to do it.